This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories. And this is not something I was expecting to make, and that's what I don't think anyone was expecting to come out, but Robert Downy Jr. is back in the MCU, and he is playing Doctor Doom. So as I started thinking about this, I thought of some logical theories, and some that are just completely insane that I'd love to see. So we're going to be going through these from most logical to least logical, slash likely to happen, but also it'll be going from least likely I want to see to most likely I want to see. So let's start off with our most likely explanation. And also, I'm ignoring the theory that it'll just be a complete coincidence that he looks just like Iron Man because, or that he's just going to be voicing him with inside the suit. Because honestly, I think that those are just no fun for theories. And we're going to go into like actual theories where they're going to actually be significant and they're going to play into the fact that he looks just like Tony Stark. Because obviously they wouldn't just cast him and not play into that fact, so I'm ignoring all those ones that people could say, oh, he's just going to be behind the mask the entire time, or they'll never acknowledge that he looks like Tony because that's the reason they're casting him as Doom. And our most logical theory, I think, is that he's going to be a multiversal variant where Doctor Doom looks just like Tony Stark. This is definitely the safest bet, and almost certainly what they're going to do. It's honestly, well, also just the laziest. And while I'll be fine with it, these other two theories, well, kind of two and a half, since one of them does have a secondary element to it. I think that this is almost certainly what's going to happen, but these other two are honestly just a lot more fun and could have more interesting stuff going on with it. And theory two and two and a half is Doctor Doom is either Tony Stark's long lost twin brother or is a clone of him. And clone is something I don't want to see as much. I think twin brother, although is an extremely well used cliche, is the better option to go with here. And with him being a twin brother, you could say that was kidnapped at birth and his parents covered it up. He was brought to Latveria and began to go and rule that country in secret and was raised to do that. And honestly, it's another one they can do. It's definitely more likely than my last one, and you'll see why that is in a second, but I don't feel like this one is extremely likely, though. It'd still be really fun to see, but honestly, they're probably not going to do it. But still, I think this would be a cool storyline just to see, but not as cool or as insane as my last theory. My final and most hopeful theory is he's going to do a hush. So basically, what I'm thinking is in the Fantastic Four film, as people are guessing, it'll probably be set in the 60s and see the Fantastic Four go through some kind of time event that brings them to modern day MCU. It'll still be set in the past of the MCU, but I think we'll see Doctor Doom in that. He'll be played by someone who is not Robert Downey Jr. He'll have his face extremely injured and he'll be sent to the future. He'll want to reconstruct his face to look like a true hero, and then he'll see everything about how Tony Stark is worshipped, and being a little similar to Mysterio and really wanting to have a great image of a hero, Doom is going to have his face reconstructed to look like Tony Stark's, and he'll be using magic and other stuff to have his voice be very similar. And I'll say this is the one I want to see the most, but if they go the way I really want it, which is the hush method, and he goes kind of like on a murder spree, killing people to reconstruct his face. Yeah, that's the extreme end, and they're probably not going to do that. But I don't know. I feel like this is just the most interesting one. It feels kind of like the most twisted and evil, and honestly, this is what I'd really like to see. But I don't know. I just feel like this one is just so kind of insane and out there that Marvel wouldn't do this. But I think that this would honestly just be the coolest one. Seeing him essentially pulling off a hush is something I'd love to see, but I want to know what you think because these are just three theories I thought of. They're all fun, but honestly, as I said, the one I want to see most is the last one. I feel like that would be really twisted and feels something that's totally evil and honestly is a little petty for him to do, but which one do you think they should do? Leave them in the comments, and I'll see you next episode of Legends and Theories. Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories. Please subscribe, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, check out the video on screen, and may the Force be with you.